guys? Back with a new video today. On the road, in the car. So, just driving, riding, surviving, thriving, just vibing. He's just vibing. So, Robin's just vibing. So we're just chilling, we're just cruising. So, yeah, we're on the way to competition class. So, today we decided that the topic is going to be talking about competition class. So, here, get started off.
So, honestly, when we were at UFC, I don't think we ever had a dedicated class for competition that I can recall. I think we, if anything, maybe the last week or so we dialed back so people wouldn't get hurt, but I don't know that we necessarily had a competition class, or even a camp, right? But since we've been training over at Concept, it's kind of we have a competition class each week, right? A comp class, so it's kind of a good push. We have different positions and different things like that, but it's kind of, it's good because, it pushes you physically and mentally, and you get to that point where, you're so focused that, at some point, all you can do is just react, right? There's no thinking. But it's interesting because our comp class is the class that we have the most visitors at, we have the most guests at. So we do a lot of cross training in our comp class. So I think that's a little different, at least for me. I like it, don't get me wrong, I like it, but I don't know if if people on the mainland would be doing a comp class like that. I know Jeremy them over at Trickster have a comp class too, so I don't know, what you think, bro?
Are you talking about the openness with cross training?
Yeah, or in general, what the ideas about the comp class?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. But it's a good push. There's like what he was saying, there's more focused work. Like maybe there's different positions that we have been focusing or positions that he'd like us to get used to experiencing and working through. So it's pretty good. And then sometimes there's specific parameters for the position. So like somebody has 2 points lead, so then the person has to escape and then sweep. So there's some form of urgency that he's instilling in us on those specific drills. So you get like the urgency, you gotta kind of calculate your gas, right? You can't be pushing the whole time. You gotta kind of know when to not accept, but like there's gonna be certain points within different fights that you're gonna have to understand that if you keep fighting that battle, you'll get more tired doing it one way, but you can kind of work through it another way and maybe save energy. So work through different strategies of that. Of course, going harder to like high heart rate, but maybe we should try to go high heart rate, like how they say, like just even if you have a position, just don't stop moving, just keep moving. So let's see, I feel comp class is a good addition to anybody who wants to get a taste of how it is how it is to prepare for a competition, right? Try to simulate the environment, which is really difficult, but maybe some of the positions that you might end up in and how you would try to utilize them and work through that. So, a plan. Before, we never really had any frameworks, right? Some basics is like either you're gonna take down, pass and submit, or pull guard and sweep, but we didn't fill in the gaps and all that hoodoo-dah stuff, right? So eventually we understood what our strengths and weaknesses are and where we're gonna play to. So that's kind of what we try to do at the comp class. Because when you're at the comp class, this is not the time to experiment, like Maya says. This is the time that you should be trying to reinforce what you already do at a higher intensity against more resistant bodies. So that's the point of the comp class. Just get confident in your techniques at a comp pace, used to that intensity, staying calm, not fatiguing too easily, and then developing that mental toughness as well.
Yeah, because we watch a lot of YouTube of various stuff, right? And one of the things that I can clearly remember is I think last year's CJI, B Team was showing a lot of their camp prep, like their training, their competition prep. Yeah, when they had I think they were using Dima as their coach, right? So a lot of different ideas, like Carl was talking about: low heart rate, high heart rate, medium heart rate, different intensities, skill building, pushing through. So I mean, there's a lot, like besides just watching YouTube for technique type stuff or competition, there's other things that is out there. So I think we learned some stuff off of that, right?
Warm-ups.
Carl's been playing around with some different warm-ups. Took a little video yesterday of people trying to do that flow of when you were going through it. So internet can be an awesome resource. You just gotta kind of know how to use it properly and not get caught in that just randomly connecting to different stuff. Yeah, it's easy to get lost. But anyway, back to the comp class. I think it's an important part of your preparation for any competition, because it steps you to different situations, builds up the cardio and just the mindset. I think the mindset. I've been talking to Shane a little bit about how now we got to work on mindset. Yeah, so physical aspects of it, but also the mental aspects of the competition. Yeah, that's a little bit less in the class itself, but you still need
It's more on the individual.
Yeah, as an individual, or having a mentor or someone to guide you through that, on how you should be thinking, how you can slow things down, visualize where you're gonna be, what you're gonna do. So it's not like so much a shock when you're over there, right? And it's kind of hard, especially someone who's routine based, and then all of a sudden, like you compete locally. So I drive down 2 hours before I weigh in, but then you travel to the mainland and compete, or you travel internationally and compete. Our teammates are going to Japan, so it's like it's a different language. You gotta probably catch a train somewhere, maybe. Maybe they're not speaking English. It's a lot to get used to, yeah. But anyway, looking forward to tonight's comp class. Lay it out there, push hard, and have fun, yeah. Appreciate you guys listening to our little video.
Shoots, Mr. Rambler.
Os Magos.